But Trump, when he talks about a hoax in the face of almost all legitimate science in the academies of science from all the major nations of the world, he's just off on his own track here.
In a league of its own, California paving its own path for climate change, the international trip that has Governor Brown promoting it.
So the first time we caught this turtle was in August of 2013.
A special catch from the San Diego Bay and the critical information these turtles leave behind.
Nick to nasty. Will you please give me the definition?
She could barely reach the mic, the youngest kid at the National Spelling Bee, and see a San Diego student spelling his heart out. KPBS Evening Edition starts right now. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Ebony Monet. President Trump says he'll reveal his plans about the Paris Climate Agreement very soon. The Paris Accord was signed in 2015 by nearly 200 nations who vowed to voluntarily cut greenhouse gas emissions to fight climate change. Trump campaigned on a promise to renege on the deal and said today it would be a victory for the American economy. But economists disagree, pointing out the agreement would create about as many jobs in renewable energy as it might cost in polluting industries like coal. California, under the leadership of Governor Brown, is working on its own climate goals, and it's looking to partner with China and other countries to reduce greenhouse gas emissions.
Their electric car mandate is very similar to California's. And China and California, we're going in the opposite direction of Trump. Trump wants gas-guzzling cars. He loves dirty, toxic, sickening coal. We don't. We want clean environment, clean energy, and that's the future. That's where the jobs are, and that's where China sees it, that's where Europe sees it, and together we will fight Trump and we will get the job done. And that's why I'm going to China, because in Washington, they've lost their mind.
Governor Brown is going to China next week to attend a climate change conference and speak with Chinese leaders about California environmental policy. California will generate all of its electricity from renewable energy under a bill passed by the state Senate. The measure would require utilities to provide 100% of their electricity from renewable sources by 2050. That's double the 50% target lawmakers set last year for 2030. Some Republican senators oppose the measure, saying it would burden businesses with high energy costs. The measure still needs approval by the Assembly and Governor Brown. A bill to delay reopening the Aliso Canyon natural gas storage facility is stalled in the Senate. Southern California Gas wants to reopen the facility. That was the site of the largest natural gas leak in U.S. history. Right now, the bill is 3 votes shy of the number needed to send the bill to the state assembly. The Senate is expected to revisit the agenda item tomorrow. Critics say natural gas at Aliso Canyon is vital to Southern California's power grid and warn there could be substantial blackouts this summer if the facility remains offline. Rising sea levels could swamp the shuttered San Onofre nuclear plant by the next century, according to scientists. But KPBS investigative reporter Amita Sharma found the plant's majority owner, Southern California Edison, doesn't see this as a top priority.
It's only 100 feet from the seawall to the edge of where the deposit is.
The deposit activist Ray Lutz is referring to is where Edison plans to store 3.6 million pounds of nuclear waste at San Onofre. The permit from the California Coastal Commission for the storage is for 20 years. But Lutz argues that the permit is practically permanent because there's no long-term nuclear waste storage site in the United States.
They don't know if it will be removed in 2051 as they're planning, or even for many decades after that.
And yet, in March 2015, when the Coastal Commission asked Edison to elaborate on a sea level rise scenario in 2100 at San Onofre, the company said, quote, it does not believe that consideration of impacts beyond 2051 is reasonable or necessary. Even so, Edison still answered the Coastal Commission with a projection 83 years from now, and it's not good. Edison wrote that this site is expected to be inundated by the turn of the next century if there's no seawall. And while there's a seawall here now, the Coastal Commission has not approved upgrading it to protect the radioactive waste deposit. Edison's response has left consumer lawyer Mike Aguirre perplexed.
You know, you're saying that the plant's going to be inundated within the time frame that it may very well be there. Does that really make a lot of sense?
KPBS reached out to Edison, but the company declined to answer questions about why it didn't think it was reasonable or necessary to consider what sea level rise would look like at San Onofre past 2051. The company instead referred questions to the Coastal Commission. So we reached out to the Coastal Commission, but a spokeswoman there did not respond directly to the question about Edison's stance. When it comes to sea level rise along the West Coast, California is particularly vulnerable.
It's an international problem.
Scripps Institution of Oceanography professor Helen Fricker says as the ice sheets on Greenland and Antarctica thaw out, California could bear the brunt of the rise, as much as 30% more than other areas. That's because of gravity and the way the Earth rotates.
And in the next 3 to 5 decades, that could really start to ramp up, and we might start seeing significant sea level rise here in California.
How significant, she says, also depends on emissions and global average temperatures.
But there are some very, very high estimates on the order of 10 feet or so by 2100.
For San Onofre Nuclear Power Plant, that means a wet outlook.
San Onofre is along a part of the coastline that is very exposed. It is rather hard to protect it. I'm assuming that a very high, like a big king tide event with a big storm surge that would inundate the site would be a problem. And the probability of that happening is going to be rather high.
Aguirre says sea level rise alone was enough reason for the Coastal Commission to refuse to give Edison a permit to store nuclear waste at San Onofre. Aguirre has sued to get the permit revoked, and settlement talks are underway to move the toxic material elsewhere.
How can someone who cares about San Diego, who cares about the coastline, agree to put 3 million pounds of nuclear waste on the shoreline where they know it's going to be inundated, have no system in place for moving it, have no place to move it to? What, it has no concern for the public.
Amita Sharma, KPBS News.
In a rare White House briefing, the head of the VA said the agency still has a long way to go to fix issues that have plagued veterans. KPBS military reporter Steve Walsh looks at whether his priorities match what we're seeing in San Diego.
VA Director David Shokin laid out some of the problems the VA faces. They take too long to build new buildings, hire new people, too long to get rid of bad apples within the system. For 3 years, the VA has been hammered by long wait times. The solution has been allowing more people to see outside doctors, though the new secretary of the VA said those doctors aren't always being paid on time.
Providers are increasingly frustrated with the VA's ability to get them payments to the point that some of them are actually leaving our network, and that's obviously working against us.
Here in San Diego, the wait times have drifted to at or below the national average. The one outlier is the main VA in La Jolla. I talked with the director of the San Diego VA, Robert M. Smith. He says it's a matter of space and also a matter of the long time it takes for anything to be built in the VA system.
Well, it's just a question of space and capacity. So, one of the problems is that we're trying to make sure that we can deliver care in the sites where veterans need it, but in some cases, veterans choose to come to the main campus where we are very space constrained.
Veterans are about to have their turn. The White House VA Veteran Complaint Hotline will have a soft rollout beginning Thursday, tomorrow, according to Shulkin. The line is supposed to be fully up and running by August 15th. Now, during the campaign, Trump promised that it would be available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Though if you call the hotline, It will be staffed from 8 to 5 Eastern Time. Reporting from in front of the VA hospital in La Jolla, Steve Walsh, KPBS News.
A San Diego company has built a machine with the potential to create drugs and vaccines on demand and without human help. KPBS science reporter David Wagner explains.
La Jolla-based Synthetic Genomics is out with a study this week describing a new invention. They call it the digital to biological converter. And it's basically a printer that's able to take digital DNA code and use it to create proteins, viruses, and potentially life-saving drugs and vaccines. Synthetic Genomics Vice President Daniel Gibson says this machine, with its automated processes, could be helpful during a disease outbreak.
You can simply send the digitized DNA sequence information for a vaccine to the digital to biological converters all around the world where those vaccines can be made very quickly.
The study was co-authored by Synthetic Genomics co-founder and human genome sequencing pioneer J. Craig Venter. David Wagner, KPBS News.
A fresh bid to expand job protection from family leaves from Californians who work at small businesses has cleared the state Senate. Supporters say 2.7 million Californians will benefit from the family leave measure, protecting them from being fired while off the job.
The employer isn't out any money. Actually, they just have to maintain the health insurance for the worker, but they don't have to pay for those 12 weeks that an employee would be able to take off in order to bond with a new child. This is something that the rest of the world, the industrialized world, has been doing.
Governor Jerry Brown vetoed a similar proposal last year, citing concerns from business groups. The measure now heads to the Assembly. Coming up on PBS NewsHour, a truck bomb rocked Afghanistan's capital, killing nearly 100 people.
Everything was destroyed in my location. I don't know what happened. There were lots of workers. A lot of people were murdered. All the people who were on the street were killed.
Plus, comedian Kathy Griffin faces heat from her photo aimed at President Trump. That's tonight on PBS NewsHour, starting at 7, right here on KPBS. SeaWorld is putting orcas back on the big stage. The Shamu show is gone, but there are 2 new attractions. One is giving guests a new chance to see the killer whales up close. The Orca Encounter places the emphasis on education rather than splashy entertainment, while Ocean Explorer features a submarine ride and aquariums. They both officially launched this weekend. Well, if you wanted to go to SeaWorld this weekend, it looks like it's a good time to be outdoors. Stephanie Omo has tonight's forecast.
Low pressure trough digging in. This is what's resulting in the clouds here around the San Diego area, and we could actually pick that out. Typically, we normally see it clear, not so much as we continue into this evening. Oceanside, back into Ramona, and also into Mount Laguna is where we are dealing with the clouds. And just to give you another look here, this is a satellite and radar. Up toward the north is where we have the line of showers breaking through the Golden State and pressing further inland, but that's remaining to the north of us here in San Diego, and much of the surrounding areas is where we're just dealing with the clouds. Now, as we check out the temperatures for tonight, we're expected to tumble back into the lower 60s. Also today, we were a little bit cooler, but temperatures will begin to warm up. The cloud cover sticking with us as we head into tonight. Also, Borrego Springs will be down into the mid 60s. Mount Laguna at 47. So a bit cooler there. Closer to the coast, we'll be in the low 60s over in Chula Vista, and up into Oceanside, we could see a low of 59 degrees, and also dealing with the clouds. Now, as we head into Thursday, we will remain pretty seasonable in this area. Some areas further inland will be dealing with some showers and storms, but we'll be clearing up here across Southern California, San Diego, up into LA, where we dealt with the clouds. Tomorrow looking a little bit better. So just to give you another look here for tomorrow, checking out the forecast around San Diego, we will climb to 71 degrees, so warmer compared to what we're looking at today. Alpine at 76, 68 in Mount Laguna, Borrego Springs at 95 degrees. Your weekend outlook is going to be very warm for this weekend across the Southwest. As we check out your 5-day outlook around the coast is where we could be dealing with a pretty quiet trend all the way through the weekend here on Sunday. Low clouds, then some sunshine around. Further inland here as well, we'll begin the day with some low clouds, and then that's going to break for some sun on Friday and even into the weekend as well, where temperatures will actually warm up into the 80s. So we're going to turn very mild this weekend out here into the mountains here as well. We will experience quite the warm up. It's going to be very nice Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with plenty of sunshine around. Today, actually a bit cooler, and also tomorrow as well before that warm up begins. We'll be into the triple digits as we head into the weekend. I'm Stephanie Omo, KPBS News.
San Diego Bay is home to a thriving sea turtle population, but scientists worry the animals are increasingly paying the price for living close to a large city. KPBS reporter Eric Anderson says researchers hope a vigorous catch and release survey answers some questions.
Jeff Semenoff eases his small boat down the Chula Vista Marina's boat ramp.
All right, hold on just a sec. Get us going here.
The National Marine Fisheries Service craft will help Semenoff's team find out how the bay's 60 to 100 endangered green turtles are doing. He's concerned about some troubling trends.
There's a lot more dead turtles showing up here in San Diego Bay than we'd like.
Boat strikes cause some deaths, age and disease others, but individual carcasses lack the context that researchers need to assess the local sea turtle population.
So few people realize that we have this thriving green turtle population here in San Diego Bay.
And for creatures that can grow up to 600 pounds, they have a talent for stealth.
And the fact that they're here is probably one of the best kept secrets for wildlife in Southern California.
The bay's sediment-rich water feeds eelgrass and invertebrates, both favorite foods of the underwater swimmers. They look for food and rest in shallow, murky water in the evenings, and that's where researchers cast nets to catch them.
So those nets are out there, the animals get entangled in those nets. It's a special net that doesn't harm the turtle. And so once we see that it's been captured in the net, we go and pull it out and we'll bring it to shore.
Grab the flippers.
This juvenile turtle was snagged trying to swim through a patch of eelgrass near the Chula Vista harbor.
Nicely done.
A research team led by Tomo Eguchi.
Good job, guys.
Already set up a field station on a spit of land on the old South Bay power plant property. The location is close enough to catch and examine the animals.
Which one goes first? Yeah, all right. Give me that.
Eguchi works at the Southwest Marine Fisheries Service. He's been studying the bay's sea turtles since 2004. He says the now dismantled power plant was a draw for the animals.
Their growth rate was much faster than what you'd expect at this latitude. They were similar to the ones in Florida and the Bahamas, just because of the warm water.
The plant created a sort of turtle jacuzzi as it pumped heated water into the bay.
So now that power plant is gone, we're expecting them to start growing slower than before, and that's why we're measuring all these turtles every time we catch them.
Eguchi says turtles are harder to catch these days because scientists just can't camp out near the power plant.
Get the data sheet going.
This turtle isn't new to the team. It has a tag on its right front flipper. Eguchi scans the left flipper for an embedded chip. Those subdermal chips will work the turtle's entire life.
446A.
Robin LaRue is the deputy director of the local Marine Mammal and Turtle Division.
So the first time we caught this turtle was in August of 2013.
She checks the number against her records and finds this turtle was last caught in 2014.
And then we haven't seen it for the last 3 years.
A rope harness allows the team to hoist the turtle off the ground. Eguchi gets enough clearance for a weigh-in.
So the weight is really, 65 kilos.
The turtle is lowered back down and a washcloth is draped over the animal's face. But this is not where the young turtle wants to be, and it moves quickly toward an opening in the plywood pen.
Trying to get this side, there we go.
Volunteer Sabrina Mashburn offers a calming caress. Sea turtles are a passion for her, and she's set up a website to record and track local sightings. Mashburn says a recent survey found many commercial boaters know about the turtles, but recreational boaters don't.
One benefit of educating recreational boaters about turtles is that they'll be looking for them, and hopefully we can decrease the number of boat strikes that we have on our local turtles.
And I'm now using alcohol to rub off any algae or anything else on the carapace so that the glue can stick well.
The last bit of the night's business is attaching a satellite transmitter. It's an autonomous device that will send a signal every time the sensor breaks the water's surface.
Sometimes only 1 or 2 transmissions a day.
Iguchi says the transmitter will work anywhere from a few weeks to as long as 3 months.
That's right, yeah.
And the tracking information will be added to a growing database on where the local population goes. The animal doesn't hesitate when it finally touches the shore. The turtle slips into the nighttime waters in less than a minute. But the creature leaves behind important information. That data will help researchers better understand the elusive turtles and the habitat they live in. Eric Anderson, KPBS News.
This year's extra rainy winter has been good for San Diego flowers and great for San Diego's bees. But recent bee attacks in the region have sent at least 2 people to the hospital. But there are steps you can take to minimize your exposure if you're being attacked.
Hi, I'm Hillary Kearney of Girl Next Door Honey. I'm a beekeeper and I'm also a member of the San Diego Beekeeping Society. If you're being attacked by bees, what you want to do is not swat, because the more you swat at them, the more they're going to be angry and they're going to sting you, and then they actually mark you with a pheromone that alerts the other bees that you are an enemy and that you should be stung. So the bees don't want to sting you. You know, they're mostly buzzing you and trying to intimidate you, but they will sting you if you start swatting. It makes it a lot worse. So you want to get away from the scene, because if this is happening, you're near a hive. That's the only situation where this would happen, if you were near a beehive. You might not know where the beehive is, so just keep moving in one direction. And then you want to seek shelter, like inside of a house or a car. And it doesn't matter if you're covered in bees. You just need to get in there, because when you're outside, more bees can come to you. And once you get inside, the bees usually leave you and go to the windows because they're confused when you bring them inside. Bees are coexisting every day with us. You know, this is just kind of a freak thing that happens. But I think that most every day bees are on flowers working in your garden, you're walking by it, and you probably don't even know. So it's only when you're near a beehive and somebody's angered that beehive that something like this could happen.
The latest buzz at the National Spelling Bee is only 6 years old. Her challenge, spell the word that describes the movement of plants in response to the onset of darkness.
Nasty. N-Y-C-T-I-N-A-S-T-Y. Nasty.
Correct. Edith Fuller is from Tulsa, Oklahoma. She told reporters she didn't feel nervous on stage. Her parents got bee organizers to give her a break because of her young age. She got to spend some time off stage while waiting for her turn at the mic. Also spelling his heart out in Washington, D.C., an 8th grader from Carmel Valley. He survived 3 rounds today, but he didn't make it to the finals. Medill reporter Alexis Wainwright says the love for words runs in his family.
It's the best of the best. One Pacific Trails middle schooler travels all the way to Washington to compete in the National Spelling Bee. After hard work and dedication, Yash Hande competes in the bee.
It's been a tremendous excitement, so we are very proud of him.
He spelled all his words correctly.
Correct.
But his success is no surprise. He's not the only word lover in the family.
Spelling has been going in our family. My daughter competed in San Diego County twice.
This is his first time competing on the national level.
It's been amazing.
Yash shows off.
Happy. I got an easy word that I knew, so.
And what word was it?
Polynesian, P-O-L-Y-N-E-S-I-A-N.
For KPBS, I'm Alexis Wainwright in Washington, D.C.
They're serving up a slice of Italy inside Chicago's Cook County Jail. Inmates are learning everything they need to know about making authentic Italian pizzas. AP reporter John Moan explains the recipe for change.
What makes good pizza is a matter of taste.
Fresh mozzarella, parmigiano reggiano.
And here the audience in Chicago is captive. No, literally.
So to get actually something that's really good and that's like that you eat when you're not locked up in jail, it's a wonderful thing.
At the Cook County Jail, inmates in the medium security division are all allowed to order gourmet pizza fired in a fancy oven. The oven provided by an outside donor, of course, and not taxpayers, all for $7 a pie.
And when you deliver the pieces in their face, like, oh, my pieces here, they just, eyes light up like it's Christmas.
They're made by other inmates like Jonathan Scott. He's awaiting trial on a gun charge.
And the quality of pizza here is the same quality, the best pizzeria in America.
Restaurateur Bruno Abate runs Recipe for Change, part of a rehabilitation program spurred on by the county sheriff.
Through food, I try to teach, how to change in life.
He thinks providing this gourmet program serves up a little dignity behind bars.
I could work the oven, I could dress the pizzas, I could make the dough from scratch, I could make a lot of things, and I like everything I do.
And can benefit inmates who want to change.
And the chef make us feel like we gotta have a plan when we get up out of here to stay us out of trouble and not coming back to this environment.
The sheriff says inmates order about 200 pizzas a week. He adds the only ones not sold on these pies with a purpose are the corrections officers. They'd rather keep the piece than order a piece, which are definitely not to go. John Moan, Associated Press.
You can find tonight's stories on our website, kpbs.org/evening edition. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night.